Hello. In this video, I'm going to give you an idea of the pig feed mix that we've been mixing at home, the ingredients that we've used, and how I've been mixing it. It's worked out really well, and I wanted to put together some sort of feed that avoided soy. I also wanted to avoid corn, but I found that it was just too difficult and way too costly. So this feed does avoid soy, and I've gotten the majority of the materials from a company called Azure, and it's actually spelled A-Z-U-R-E, and the website is azuresstandard.com. So if they do not come to a location close to you, it may be a little bit harder to source some of these things, but a typical local food store or feed store might have them as well. So check them out and also price match them, see if you can find them less expensive, closer to you, but this is what I've been doing. All right, we have our little assistant here, and I'll show you the ingredients we have. First and foremost is the whole peas. Now you could also get them cracked, that would be fine. I try to soak these before we feed them, and now you'll have to consider things like the temperature outside. I don't know if you have a large enough room or refrigerator to put a bucket of the feed in the really warm months. You may need that. In the really cold months, you might have to put them indoors, so consider all of that. But this is a 50-pound bag of the whole organic peas, and you will need peas because of the pig's protein needs. If you don't have peas, you'll need something like soy that is higher in protein. I don't have those percentages memorized, but corn does not cut it. So if you cannot get your hands on the peas, you'll have to find something that has a high enough protein equivalent. And again, I'm not sure what that is besides soy. So I'll put a couple scoops of those guys in. And then I have alternated with different wheats, really what they have available, but the more the merrier in my opinion. The more diversity that you have, the better. So here's some chicken wheat, and I'll probably put 1 or 2 scoops of those into the buckets every day. Whole oats, and then wheat bran, which they really like. Something else that I've used is barley, and I will put the bucket together now and just give you an idea of what it looks like every day. So first I'll start with about a 1/3 bucket of some sort of corn, whole corn, cracked corn, or this kind of ground up corn that I'm lucky enough to get from the local organic feed mill. And I'll just go ahead and add my peas. Now I'll do a bucket of this. I'll do probably 2 or 3 big scoops in the morning. I have 3 mature pigs right now. And then I'll try to do some sort of snacks that we have in the afternoon. Open this up. And this is what the chicken wheat looks like. Just a mixture of whole wheat there. And if I don't have some sort of extra garden or home compost available for their afternoon snack, I will give them another half bucket or so, depending on the day and the temperatures. You help me mix it up? Okay, and there's some scoops of oats. And then some scoops of wheat bran here. It's fun doing this with one hand. All right, baby girl. We haven't had an issue just keeping this food in a outdoor covered lean-to. We do have dogs and cats, so they keep it somewhat protected. The other things that I have added to this is a scoop of diatomaceous earth. That helps against parasites. Just do a little scoop here. Hide it from the baby. And then I will do a scoop of this red mint salt. You can get this at local feed. And if you can't get a high quality salt like this, you can just get, whatever you have at your local feed store, but this is definitely one of the best. Now you're making a mess. And then I've also added a mineral, Redmond's. This is the Redmond's brand. Does make a clay mineral. Oh girl. Animal, supplement. So you can add that. I don't have any on hand here right now. So that's it. Yep, we'll put the lid on and we'll bring it out to the piggies and clean up a little girl. Here you can see I've just placed the feed directly on the ground. So any of the parts that they do not eat, they will kind of stamp into the ground, and if they're whole, they will germinate. And I can see some evidence of that over here. There's some larger patches, but like right here is a patch of peas that have germinated from them eating right there. You can see it. So it's kind of like building up your own cover crop behind them as much as you can, because you can, as you can see now on a rainy day, it's so much worse, but they really, really tear it up. Happy pigs. Big pigs. Here's an example of some of the pig feed that just fell on the ground after we fed them. That is about, I would say, a month and a half old. There's some sort of soft grain growing here. And then some of the peas that did not get eaten growing here as well. There's some more. Now this obviously is not covering up the whole area that they were in. I really should have spread it out more, and then it may have grown and covered the whole area, but it has grown quite a bit over the last couple weeks. So I think if you can move the feed bucket or the feed area every day, I do think you'll get